Guyana refuses to bow to Venezuela while policeman arrested for rape. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Guyana refuses to bow to Venezuela in their dispute over an oil and mineral-rich territory which is claimed by both nations. The small South American country said on Thursday as its president met Venezuela leaders in the latest chapter of the bitter rivalry that it will not give up an inch of their territory. Guyana's control over Essequibo, a vast border region located along its border with Venezuela, is not up for discussion, negotiations, or deliberations, Guyana's government said. Guyanese President Irfan Ali echoed those sentiments during a press conference he held during a brief break in talks with Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro on the eastern Caribbean island of St. Vincent. Ali noted that while both parties are committed to keeping peace in the region, Guyana is not the aggressor, and Venezuela wants to take over two-thirds of Guyana just because that area in Essequibo was discovered to have a vast amount of oil. Meanwhile, over in the Middle East, Israel will keep fighting Hamas despite international calls for a ceasefire, its prime minister said, after at least 9 Israeli soldiers were killed in an ambush in one of the deadliest single attacks that Palestinian militants have carried out since the ground invasion of Gaza began. We are continuing until the end, there is no question, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Wednesday. And I said this even given a great pain and the international pressure, nothing will stop us, he claimed. Israel has drawn international outrage and rare criticism from the United States over the killing of civilians. More than 8,400 Palestinians have been killed, according to the Health Ministry, in the Hamas-controlled territory, which does not differentiate between civilians and combatant deaths. Israel said 113 of its soldiers have died. Over in Jamaica, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey said that sexual offenses continue to be of concern as more than 1,000 such cases have been reported so far this year. DCP Bailey was speaking on Wednesday at the handing over ceremony for the One-Stop Victim Support Center for Sissoka in Clarendon. According to the Deputy Commissioner, the Victim Support Center will assist Sissoka in responding to the issue. DCP Bailey disclosed that 1,239 cases of sexual offenses have been recorded since the start of the year. He said 110 of those cases were recorded in Clarendon, and of that number, 76 were cleared up by the Clarendon police. The East Kingston police are now probing another incident in which a beryllium security guard accidentally discharged his weapon in public. The latest incident occurred on Wednesday at the Total Service Station along Deanery Road, and it's reported that the beryllium guard went to the location to collect cash about 8 a.m. in the morning, and on leaving the location, the firearm of one of the guards accidentally discharged. Luckily, no one was injured. And last month, 3 customers of the Portmore branch of the National Commercial Bank were shot when the firearm of a beryllium guard accidentally went off. A member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force is now in police custody facing a long list of charges following allegations that he abducted a woman from her home in St. James and sexually assaulted her for several days at his residence in Kingston. Police Constable Shalon Campbell, who is attached to the Barretttown Police Station in St. James, was charged on Wednesday following a ruling by the Director of Public Prosecutions. The constable has been charged with several counts of forcibly abduction, rape, buggery, grievous sexual assault, and assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. Investigators from the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offense and Child Abuse, Sissoka, reported that the alleged crime was committed between October 3rd and October 8th at a location in St. James and at a house in the Kingston 5 area. It's reported that the constable met the 21-year-old woman in September of 2022 while working in St. James, and the two developed an intimate relationship over that period. But sometime in early of this year, it's alleged that he started accusing the woman of cheating and would physically abuse her. Investigators reported that on Tuesday, October 3rd, he took the 21-year-old female in his car to a location in Spot Valley in St. James, where he brandished a knife and threatened to kill her if she did not tell him who she was cheating with. The woman begged for her life, and it's further alleged that the constable beat the woman all over her body, causing severe damage to her face and mouth. According to investigators, he then sexually assaulted the wounded woman at the location, and it's further alleged that the constable then transported the woman to Kingston against her will, where he locked her up in his house and forcibly raped her. Investigators said the sexual assault continued for several days, and on October 5th of 2023, he allegedly called another man to join him in raping her. After several days, the victim was taken back to her home in St. James by the constable, who allegedly threatened to kill her if she ended the relationship. But the matter was reported to the St. James Police, who took the constable into custody. He was questioned by investigators on Tuesday and charged on Wednesday. Meanwhile, staff and students at Gregory Park Primary were left traumatized on Thursday morning following an exchange of gunfire between the police and at least two gunmen. At the end of the shooting, one man was killed and another taken to hospital for treatment. Preliminary information is that the men scaled a fence at the school sometime after 8 in the morning during the devotional exercise. They were accosted by police officers who were on the compound, which led to the exchange of gunfire. Richard Williams, principal of Gregory Park Primary, said counseling sessions were held and the school dismissed. He said the incident has highlighted the need for additional security measures, and it seems as if the men were at the school waiting to shoot someone. A man was shot dead by gunmen who ordered a drink at a bar in Old Harbor Bay in St. Catherine yesterday evening. The dead man has been identified as 38-year-old Ashley Taylor, otherwise called Dunman, a fisherman from Nareen Lane in Old Harbor Bay. Reports indicate that about 6:20 p.m., Taylor was inside a bar ordering a drink when he was approached by a man armed with a handgun. The man, police said, opened gunfire, hitting the now deceased in the head. The gunman then fled on foot in the area. Residents of the area rushed the injured man to the May Pen Hospital, where he was pronounced dead, and no motive has yet been established for that killing, police said. Onto sports. Jerry and nephew White Overproof Rum, a long-standing supporter of community development initiatives, has announced a multi-season partnership with the Kingston and St. Andrew Football Association CASAFA Championship and Major League Football competitions. The partnership encompasses both cash and product support to the association to benefit their clubs during their respective competitions, and the move further solidifies Ray and Nephew as the leading development partner for football in Jamaica. And the partnership is designed to provide club with valuable competition experience, preparing them for high level of the game, including the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League. Onto cricket. Half century from Brandon King and skipper Rovman Powell, as well as good bowling from Jason Holder and Azari Joseph, guided the West Indies to a 10-run victory over England yesterday in Grenada and a 2-0 lead in their 5-match T20 international series. King, who was named player of the match, got an undefeated 82 and Powell an even 50 as the West Indies, who were sent into bat, finished on 176 for 7. Powell and King added 80 runs for the 5th-wicket partnership. The English were then set 177 to win. They eventually got to 166 for 7. Sam Curran led the way with 50, while Phil Salt got 25 against Alzari Joseph, who took 3 wickets for 39, and Akil Hussain took 2 for 24. And Game 3 will be played on Saturday, also in Grenada. And don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you ever miss the news, just go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.